Tonight, an ongoing negotiation for years finally settles. Spokane City Council agree on a contract between the city and police.
Plus, investigators asking for your help after a driver hit and killed an elderly man in a Walmart parking lot. What we know and what police are asking for tonight.
March is coming in hot as temperatures today hit 50 degrees, and we have even warmer weather that's still on the way.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 11. I'm Mark Handrahan.
Hello everyone, I'm Regina Ahn. Well, Spokane City Council has finally approved a contract between the city and the local police union. The negotiations have been going for 4 years now.
Last year, the contract became a political flashpoint as local leaders and protesters called for stronger independent oversight of police. The council unanimously rejected that proposal last summer, but today unanimously approved a new version estimated to be worth about $9.5 million. Our political reporter Casey Decker explains the changes that were made.
The bulk of the contract actually deals with how officers get paid. It's really mostly retroactive, covering 2017 through 2021. That means officers haven't gotten a raise in years. Approving this contract means the city will start doling out the back pay it's been saving up in anticipation.
The men and women of our department have worked for a long time without a contract, and I'm proud of the professionalism, the dedication, as well as the commitment that they have served this community with unwaveringly.
But money isn't the reason this deal was so controversial that it prompted protests outside City Hall. The real controversy was oversight. That oversight is supposed to come from the Office of the Police Ombudsman, but under the current rules, the power of that office is pretty limited. It can mostly just refer complaints to internal affairs and then monitor IA's investigations, maybe offering up some feedback along the way. The new contract gives the ombudsman some more power. 1, it allows for more access to evidence. 2, it gives more authority to the ombudsman's staff. 3, it allows the office to monitor a wider variety of investigations, not just the most serious ones. 4, it makes it clear that only the Ombudsman Commission can fire the ombudsman and only City Council can fire commissioners. And the 5th and biggest change, the ombudsman now has the explicit authority to issue a public statement about investigations he monitors, detailing exactly what he found. In the past, he was limited in terms of what he could say publicly. These changes were evidently enough to sway all 7 council members from no votes to yes votes.
This allows him to tell us what actually happened from his point of view. It's not a judge. He's not speaking for the city, but he's a professional and has access. And that's really what people wanted.
I think it's a win-win across the board for everybody to be able to have this sort of oversight, independent oversight.
But I have to acknowledge the pain on both sides from our officers and the community of how long it's taken. Is this a perfect contract? No. But I know that we're all ready to move forward.
It was a long, rocky path to get to this point. Some people are going to say, as we heard tonight, we didn't do enough. And some will say this goes too far. I believe it's the correct balance.
The mayor also expressed her support tonight.
So this contract meets the dual needs of the community to show support for its police officers and also to gain greater clarity on civilian oversight.
Since the contract is so delayed, a new one will have to start being negotiated at the end of this year. Many on the council say they hope they can continue to strengthen oversight in the future.
There are some state laws that constrain us. So there are some things I wish the ombudsperson had subpoena power over officers.
Casey Decker, KREM 2 News.
The search still on tonight for witnesses to a car crash that killed a man at a Post Falls Walmart.
Investigators say a driver hit and killed a 73-year-old man early Saturday in the parking lot. Police say the driver was heading south in the parking lot when he made a left turn in front of the store. He hit the victim who was walking out of the Walmart. The victim died of his injuries at the scene. This is video from the scene. Authorities say they talked to the driver but want to hear from other witnesses about what they saw.
So if you or anyone you know may have seen that incident, you are encouraged to call that number on your screen. It's 208-209-8730. That number will connect you to the Idaho State Police District Office. Police have not made any arrests in this case. They told us today it is an ongoing investigation.
The FAA's training was good, but we added to that training and wanted to just be better than good. More than 50 hours of flying, over 19,000 miles, and we had to prove that we could operate in every way that we normally operate the rest of our fleet.
Well, almost 2 years after being grounded, Boeing's 737 MAX was back in the air today. The 737 previously grounded back in March of 2019 following 2 crashes that killed more than 340 people. The airplane was recertified for flight by the Federal Aviation Administration back in November. Alaska Airlines received the plane from Boeing in January and has spent the last 5 weeks training pilots and other employees on its system.
Washington Governor Jay Inslee is waiving all liquor license fees for businesses. He tweeted this one-time waiver will provide some financial relief to businesses hit hard during the pandemic. Licenses can cost about $100 for beer and wine specialty shops, but they can cost more than $2,000 for restaurants serving beer, wine, and liquor. The waivers go into effect in April.
To be able to be back in person, seeing people every day, kind of have like a routine and have like a schedule I can kind of stick to more and be able to get out of the house more will be really nice.
Well, there you have it. Spokane Public Schools welcome back their middle and high school students into the classroom today.
Almost a full year after school shut their doors, kids are getting back to a semi-normal routine, but things aren't really completely back to the way they were. Sports clubs and social gatherings have been shut down. Some students say they have been missing out on their high school experience due to this remote learning. Lewis and Clark School Counselor Emily Magnuson says educators are prepared to step up the personal emotional connection now that schools are back in person.
Everyone is stepping up and doing their part to do a little extra to make this a warm, welcoming adjustment for kids, and we're so excited to have them back.
Well, after nearly a year of doing virtual sessions, she understands that this change may be difficult after a stressful 11 months. The school wants to normalize asking for help. They know this may be a rough transition, but reaching out could help you realize that you are not alone. Good advice there. Well, today was an amazing start to meteorological spring. We saw a lot of sunshine, even hit 50 degrees here in Spokane.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was glorious out there. Okay, well, Thomas Patrick here joining us now from the Outdoor Weather Center. So, Thomas, normally you are all bundled up tonight. Not too bad. So how is it looking for the rest of the week?
Yeah, kind of splitting the difference here at night because, boy, during the day, I got a chance to walk outside. Did you guys get a chance to enjoy the sunshine, the warmer temperatures?
Oh, yeah. Went out and rode my bike today. It was great.
Perfect.
I ran my dog. I do that every day anyway. So.
Yeah, but I bet it was nicer for you today than maybe some of the colder days this winter. But yeah, splitting the difference here at night because it is still above freezing, but let's face it, it's still going to be cold in the morning. It's still going to be cold at night, but boy, in the afternoon, it's going to feel a lot better. And today is not just a one-day fluke. These 50s are going to get a lot more normal, especially later on in the month, but it's going to be a great week ahead of us just to get us started into March, which is also the beginning of meteorological spring. It was 50 today in Spokane, 52 out in Coeur d'Alene. A lot of 50s on the map with the exception of really Pullman out there for today. Not much happening over the western U.S. In fact, it's going to be a very quiet but a very warm week out ahead of us. So how about tomorrow? Again, a little bit cool in the morning, about 37 degrees, which is where we're at right now. Turning sunny. Got low 50s for high temperatures for tomorrow. It should actually be 50s all week. So the question becomes just how high can we ride this wave of temperatures? Might feel like a Six Flags roller coaster, especially with those temperatures just climbing and climbing and climbing. How high do we get? I got the answer coming up in just a few minutes as to what this, how high we go and just this upcoming weekend as well. We'll see in a few minutes.
Eager to find out. All right, Thomas, thank you. Heads up to drivers up in Liberty Lake. Crews from the Department of Transportation will be closing I-90 nightly to remove Harvard Road's bridge barrier. Crews are working to widen Harvard Road. Eastbound I-90 will be closed from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday.
Westbound I-90 will be closed from 11 p.m. until 5 a.m. Wednesday. There will be detours in place for drivers, but travelers are encouraged to find other routes to prevent those delays. All right, still ahead here on KREM 2 News at 11. The Downtown Spokane Partnership expected to have a big announcement tomorrow. What we know about that coming up after the break.
Plus, later, after several delays, the trial for a man accused of firing at Coeur d'Alene police 2 years ago in City Park is underway. Our Amanda Rowley has the latest on the trial.